So this is the story of how Optimus Prime almost made me cry. Hey everyone, my name is Doug, and usually I do tabletop content, but today I'm just going to tell you about an experience that I had over the weekend thanks to GalaxyCon in Raleigh, North Carolina. GalaxyCon let me spend time with and talk to Peter Cullen. This is the gentleman that's known for voicing Optimus Prime, and as you can tell, I am a big Transformers fan, and it was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I'm forever going to remember this, so I figured I would share it. So yesterday morning I woke up at 6 a.m. and found out I had the opportunity to meet Mr. Cullen, and got my car, took off, and we had a great time getting up there. I got up there, and they told me I had to go to the hotel across the street, and I would get a chance to meet Mr. Cullen and chat with him. So I do this, and gentleman pokes his head out and says, "Hey, are you Doug?" And I said, "Yes." And he's like, "Come with me," and I come on in, and come in, and there's Mr. Cullen, and who I assume is maybe his wife, very lovely lady that was sitting next to him, and I go over and I shake Peter's hand, and I say, "Mr. Cullen, it's very nice to meet you, and thank you for this opportunity." He just kind of looks at me and says, "Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. How's the event been?" And I said, "Well, I just got here. I came in just for today." And he's like, "Oh, who are you excited to see and meet?" And I'm like, "Just you." Like that. This is the reason why I'm here. Is because of you, and because I get a chance to talk to you. And he was just like, "Oh, wow." He's like, "I hope you didn't have to drive very far." I said, "Well, it was like 3 hours this morning, and I got up early, but it's worth it." And he just kind of looked shocked. He's like, "Wow, thank you so much for doing that." I said, "You probably get this all the time, but Transformers was a big part of my childhood, and specifically Optimus Prime. You see, Optimus and that Transformers show kind of got me through a lot of hard times growing up. I held on to it for a while. Around that time, my grandfather had cancer, and he was fighting it pretty bad. And it was multiple years that he fought. And Transformers gave me that escape, gave me that half hour every day to kind of just disconnect. And it was just kind of my therapy almost. Because looking back on it, you don't realize that that's what you were doing when you were a kid. Like, that's how you were coping. And now that I've had a chance to look back, that's how I coped. Getting to see Optimus and the Autobots succeed and overcome, that gave me hope. As a kid. Still probably gives me hope now too. So thank you. I said to him, "Thank you for being that for me, because I needed that." And it was very emotional for me. I was definitely, I wasn't crying, but you could definitely tell there were tears, and like the water in my eyes was starting to well up a little bit, just because it was bringing back those memories of being a kid and seeing what my grandfather had to go through. And it took a second. And Mr. Cullen looks at me and says, "Son, you should know that it's a great honor to have some small part in what that provided you. Thank you for traveling all this way to share that with me. Whew. And if you didn't think I had a hard enough time keeping it together as I'm talking about growing up in childhood and all that, hearing that from the man himself, all I could think in the back of my mind was, whew, Optimus Prime is gonna make me cry. I kept it together, but you could definitely tell that, like, I was like a second away from being a 47-year-old man just openly crying. And it was a very emotional moment, and one that I didn't think was going to take place at all. Had no intention of making it kind of an emotional conversation with Mr. Cullen, but it just came out. In a couple seconds, we were just standing there. I had my phone out, and Mr. Cullen takes my phone and says, "Do you mind if I have a little bit of fun?" And I said to him, "I'm not gonna say no. Like, I'm thinking you can break this phone at this point. I need an upgrade anyway. Like, just go ahead and smash it. I don't care. Like, whatever fun you want to have with that phone, yeah. Literally, you have made, this trip for me." And what he proceeds to do next just blows my mind. And then we take a photo together. And I'm going to reveal what he did with my phone and show you that photo at the same time.
This is Optimus Prime. By the way, there is more to Doug than meets the eye. Just saying.
So yes, that is just amazing. I told Peter that I'm going to use that for every single alert that I can. It's going to be my voicemail greeting, it's going to be my ringtone, it's going to be my incoming message alert. Anything I can use it for, I'm going to use it. I mean, that just... I'm still speechless. So a little while later, we get to talking a little bit more, and just a really nice gentleman, classy person. I am literally more of a fan now of Transformers than I was 48 hours ago because of that gentleman. Thank you, Mr. Cullen, for being Optimus Prime and being what a lot of my generation probably needed. So yeah, that's how Optimus Prime almost made me cry.